Hi!
Hello!
Welcome to the stream.
We have had issues tonight. Like,
We're all therapists.
yeah.
It's not my fault.
That is, I have Sven who does our AV and stuff. So it was one of those things of everything was working, and then we went to go do the stream, and then everything stopped working. Because, hey, that's what happens.
Yes.
Computers.
But thanks for being here.
Thank you guys, and
Thanks.
those who were in chat before we got started, you guys are awesome. Thank you for hanging out. As you can see tonight, we're all using our new fancy level up dice.
They can't see that yet.
Oh, they can't see that.
It's upside down.
Woo!
Yay, level up dice logo upside down.
Who are not actually sponsoring this stream.
They
No,
are. We just all really like their dice at
Really
PAX
like
West.
their dice. Now, Alex, if you would like to sponsor this stream,
Yeah! It's actually dirt cheap to sponsor this stream. It really is.
I mean, they didn't pay anything, and we're already...
I look at this. We're shilling and we paid them. I think advertising's gone wrong.
We need to talk about advertising.
Right? That's how sponsorship works. Like, we just say, hey, I really like this product, and that's how we sponsor it. They sponsor us, right? Like,
Basically,
I
yeah.
think that's how it
could
works.
D&D Beyond sponsor us because we all love them and use their stuff all the time?
We're using D&D Beyond now. I'm using it on my computer right now. I've got
on
D&D
my
Beyond pulled
Apple
up.
iPad.
Yeah.
On my paper from my Hewlett Packard
With my tower from Wormwood.
and my Bic pencil.
We're just
Welcome. You've joined us for another round of listing off the companies we like.
Yeah.
Welcome again
welcome to the sponsor hour
to the
stream.
sponsor hour stream.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try not actually.
Yes, this is where we just do product placement for no reason at all. So, hi guys, good to see you. Like, we all got to hang out at PAX together, and that was awesome. We did not get to play, though, because someone is super busy.
Megan.
Uh-huh.
I only had 6 panels. Shut up.
It's like, at PAX, it is definitely Catch the Raphael. Like, just,
It's a cool game. If you guys are ever at a PAX,
Spot Dr. B. It's a
You
fun
can
game.
spot-
yeah, it's just like, just watch him as he runs.
Bye guys.
bingo, except that it's just one big.
No, we all did hang out. We got hats.
We did. Yep. We have beautiful
Yeah.
pictures of hanging out and getting hats and having a good time. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully we get to recapture those days soon. But since we're starting a little late, I kind of want to jump in unless there are any urgent
Let's do this.
announcements.
We have one plug, and that is that this Saturday we are keynote speakers at the Washington Association of Marriage and Family Therapy Annual Conference. And they're still accepting registrations. So you can find that. We just tweeted about it, so you can go to our Twitter at @GameToGrow and see the link to the registration for that.
You should plug your
What my thing?
the class you're teaching.
It got pushed back.
Oh, you got pushed back?
Yeah,
Oh, I
so
didn't know that.
yeah, we'll plug that.
We're going to make
later.
it more awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna
Well,
make it even better.
upcoming, there's a class that's going to be amazing.
One day workshop on
One-day
therapeutic dungeon mastering that Megan and I are co-authoring, and will be happening in Seattle in January.
Yep. And in Charlotte at some point. Yet to be determined. Awesome. All right.
Come to the East Coast. Noah, dear. We will. Boy, that just sounded
John.
like I need to say that. Noah, dear. Noah, dear. I shall be on the East Coast for whichever conferences I go to next. Probably PAX East.
No, PAX Unplugged.
Oh, and also PAX Unplugged.
PAX Unplugged is in Philly.
Yeah, we will
Yeah,
definitely be at PAX
November.
Unplugged.
Yep. I was on 7 proposals for Unplugged, I think.
I didn't even count.
I don't know. It'll be fun.
If you can beat my panel record,
I don't think anybody should do that many panels.
No.
You shouldn't do that.
I'm gonna do 9 in 3 days. That's my goal. Once,
Why?
just to say I've done it.
You don't get to level up. Like, that's not a achievement unlocked.
Just to say I've done it.
We should make you a little plaque that says achievement unlocked.
Yeah.
No one comes to Philly.
9 in 3
I
days.
come
Oh, Wandering Shrink. Oh, come on. Philly's awesome.
Yeah. We had a lot of fun in Philly last time.
Oh God, so much fun in Philly last year.
I was born outside of Philly, Wandering Street. That's my jam.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, who would like to do the recap from last time?
All the feels. Oh, so many feels. Okay. Yeah, I've got my summary card. I've got a cheat sheet. No one comes to Iowa. I got nothing on that one. I do need to go to Iowa at some point because I have to do my 50 shots in 50 states, and I don't have Iowa. So, last time we all met together on the 27th of August.
Yes.
It was a very emotional day for Immeral, and I'm still angry at you for that one, Dr. Megan. So Daisy, Immeral's former friend, dismissed the guards and escorted, basically ushered Immeral out. Immeral found his way to the Oakleaf Orphanage, where letter from Immeral's biological father.
Mother.
Oh, father. Mother.
Daisy's father's wrote letters. Emerald's
that's
mother.
right. He wrote that down as hello, mother, hello, father. Yeah, so Emerald's mother's letter, Immeral found out his birth last name, which is Takeshi, not Oakleaf, and there was borderline crying on my part as I read that bloody letter. I'm so angry at you for that. But Immeral, in his grief, started a bar fight with a half-orc named Rick, who was quite amenable to a bar fight. And there was much misplaced sorrow and hugging afterwards, and eventually going to the wizard's shop and getting 3 healing potions.
Well, you started at the wizard's shop, you didn't like the prices, then you went to the off the wagon.
Oh yeah, we went to the off the wagon thing and got healing potions. We'll see how those work.
Yeah, and Baeridin and Gragnold each got a potion of wonder. Which,
I wonder what it does.
That is going to be amazing. I wonder too.
I think I'm going to drink it.
Please tell me you're using the Grog of Substantial Whimsy as a base.
No, it's that deck, the Deck of Wonder.
Oh, the Deck of Wonder. Oh,
yeah.
That's right. Which I need to get one of those.
Here it is.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Also not sponsoring this stream.
Oh, I was going to get one. They're sold out.
Yeah, those are amazing, like, awesome Dungeon Master tool, is the Deck of Wonder.
But yes, that's where we left it, and yeah. So
all right.
There was emotion, there was hugging, there was haggling.
There was also some stuff that happened with the Moonfang clan that I've written down here.
Yes.
Was that the last game?
That was the last game.
That was last game, that's right.
Yeah.
Where we found out that there are remaining members of the Moonfang clan because they had gone off on their year in the woods, and they didn't succeed at that. And so they left and made lives in other places, and because of that, they weren't there when the Moonfang clan was attacked.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're finding out that there are these sort of straggler members of the Moonfang clan that are still around in different places, and we're currently setting up for a party with the straggling members of the Moonfang clan, if I remember right.
Yes. It's going to be in, I think, 2 days' time. Let me see. I gotta look at the calendar.
So Baeridin's going to go get some like a banner and some of those like streamers and stuff, and like those little
Baeridin banner
poppers. A Baeridin banner.
Yeah. So you have 2 more nights, and then it's the 16th, and on the 18th is when the Moonfang clan reunion happens.
Perfect. So we're gearing up for that, and Gragnold has some mixed feelings about the Moonfang clan.
Yes, Gragnold does. Gragnold does not like the fact that people came to rescue the pups who were out in their year of the test.
Mm-hmm.
They're not meant to be rescued. They're secretly taken care of by the members of the Moonfang clan. So the fact that they were taken away from their test is a double betrayal.
Yeah, so there's a lot of feels there.
Mm-hmm.
And Gragnold also got in. Did he also do a bar fight with Nick as well?
Gragnold doesn't have a lot of coping strategies.
Yeah.
So he drank a lot, and then he got in a fight because he was having feelings and wanted to quickly put those feelings into something else.
Yes. Or Nick, sorry. Nick the half-orc.
Nick is a good sparring buddy.
He is. He's kind of accepted, you know, he's a half-orc, he's really big, he's a member of the guard. People just want to fight. And so he's like, you know what? Bring it. Let's do it.
What a good guy.
Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't take it personally.
Well, the Howling Wolf Tavern has been very understanding of the emotional turmoil that's going on.
Yes. And I will remember one feature of the Howling Wolf Tavern is that it's the only tavern in town that's specifically set up for the non-human members. So there's chairs to accommodate the size of dragonborns and half-orcs. There's secondary lower handles for halflings and gnomes and dwarves. Lowered tables, chairs that will make things easier for dwarves and halflings. You guys would have noticed this too. Going up the stairs, there's actually 2 sets of stairs going up, one that are shorter, so there's more steps going up also for the shorter races, and then ones that are more set for dragonborn, human, elven strides. So it's a pretty cool tavern in that way.
Yeah, very forward thinking.
I gotta wonder what the bathroom in this place looks like.
It's not segregated by gender. It's more by size.
Huh.
So
that may be one to throw to the viewers to come up with that.
I'm not quite sure, what that signage would look like.
Tavern look like. How do they do this?
like
but the
all
poor
the
halflings that fell into it.
The ultimate equalizer. The hole in the ground bathroom.
Gravity means
It's a pit. Yeah.
It's a alley.
It is a pit.
On the same page with that.
I think it's the pits.
The pits. And maybe like they have, like you pay the wizards to come in every few weeks to cast like prestidigitation around the hole to keep the smell down.
Oh, clean it up. I love the idea
every
that
couple of weeks is a long time.
That's a long time.
Well, I'm thinking it might last.
Ideal trajectory.
I like the idea that there are these wizards who like are sanitation wizards who all they do, they like went to all these years of school and stuff.
Is that life domain?
And all they do is just go around and like clean up.
Yeah.
That's the freshman.
Well, just like I think in the major cities, like I've done this at other games, and I think it's a thing in the cities here that the sewers are using Odiosh.
Odiosh?
They're
Is that the Jamie Lee Curtis yogurt that makes you regular?
Yes. No, those are the big garbage-eating monsters.
Oh, okay.
That they eat the Monster Manual even describes them as basically like walking garbage disposals.
Oh,
when you say garbage disposal, you mean they eat the refuse from the toilets?
Yes. So
that's nasty.
That's nasty.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to do that.
I think they could just have like a portal, like just a small portal, to like a
pocket dimension.
Is there another like one of the outer planes of poop?
Yeah.
Like the elemental plane of excrement?
Yep, I'm writing that one down.
Welcome.
We're therapists, guys.
I can see our stream is starting off in the right direction.
Let's not mention stream in the same breath as the expert.
All right. So after you guys have secured your healing potions and potions of wonder, it's getting on a little bit towards lunchtime. Immeral, you're remembering that you did promise Crispy you would come over and I'm sorry, I'm looking at chat. I shouldn't have done that. You did promise Crispy you would go and spend some time with him today.
Oh, okay. Visiting Crispy. Oh, Crispy. How's Crispy doing?
So you head over that way. Gragnold and Baeridin, would you guys be going with him?
They're welcome to come.
I guess so. There's not anything in particular that we want to do. We're sort of waiting around for the party to happen, right? So
remember, Crispy has donuts.
Yeah, and also Baeridin's going to eat all the donuts.
All the donuts.
Yeah.
Let's give one to Hobbs.
All right, so you guys head over towards Crispy's place. And today when you're greeted, Crispy's looking a lot more spry. He had been seeming a little stressed when you saw him the day before. Looks like he probably got a good night's sleep. You'd be able to figure this out. Probably was a little anxious waiting for you to arrive after he got your letter. And so seeing you safe, like, did a lot for him. And as soon as you guys walk in, the aromas hit you of freshly baked goods. And
oh, good. Because I'm probably real hungover right now.
oh, yeah. There is, you see, like, lots of sweets, but also different breads have been made. And sitting on the table, there's a rather large meat pie. And Tamara is kind of bustling around in the kitchen. Welcome. Come on in. Are you guys hungry? We were just to sit down to lunch.
Slower.
Yeah!
Quieter!
Come in. It's good to see you. Now, Baeridin, what is this little creature you've got?
Oh, this is Hobbs. Hobbs is like a monkey bird.
Monkey? That's weird.
Sure. It's weird, right, Hobbs? Baeridin's going to turn to look at Hobbs.
Hobbs already has grabbed, like, he, with his tail, snaked one of the donuts and is kind of eating it and just has his mouth full.
Immeral reaches out and puts his hand over Baeridin's mouth and just shh. Quiet voices.
You've been into the drinks, into your cups, huh?
I don't even know.
I got this cure. Don't worry. You don't raise 6 kids and not learn how to cure a hangover.
Oh.
And you see there's a kettle that's sitting on the fire. She's goes around grabbing some different herbs and things and putting them in and pouring hot water on it and lets it steep for a moment. And then, oh, we have a flying monkey image.
Oh my god! Yes!
That's awesome.
Yeah, amazing.
And she pours you this mug of tea and sets it in front of you. It's not going to taste good, but it'll cure your headache.
He's like, cure the sweats, the nausea.
Crispy's sitting next to you. He's like, it's good. Just get one swallow. I don't sip on it. Just chug it down.
Okay. Well, I go for it.
All right. Go ahead and just give me a Constitution saving throw.
I had a feeling that was coming. I'm pulling that one up right now. All right, baby. My first official roll with my new level up dice.
Again, not sponsoring this stream, but...
Well, it didn't betray me like my last set did last game.
Yeah, your last set really did.
Oh, God, they hated me last round. So I got an 11.
11? It's foul tasting. You kind of, halfway through, you kind of, but are able to muscle through and get it all down. And it leaves kind of this really earthy flavor in your mouth, almost like you can feel a coating on your teeth as soon as you drink it. But it settles your stomach relatively quickly. And within a couple of minutes, your headache's not completely gone, but you definitely feel a lot better.
Gragnold notices that his homebrew recipe did not solve Immeral's problem, and this seemed to, so he's going to try to steal the cup, the empty cup, and smell it and see if we can figure out what the recipe was.
Okay, go ahead and make a nature check.
Add this to my repertoire. 16.
16. You don't recognize a couple of the herbs that are in there. Some of them are pretty familiar to you. There's a lot of the same ingredients that are in your one. And Tamara sees you looking over. I can give you the recipe for that if you'd like, if this is a common problem with him.
Yes, he drinks a lot. He's got a bit of a problem.
Nah, they both do.
Well, come here. And she takes you around and she shows you a few of the different herbs and like how she mixed it up. And as you're going through, she whispers to you in Dwarvish. She holds up one and she's like, this one actually isn't needed. It just makes it taste really, really bad, which reminds them not to get this way. So...
Smart. Punishment.
Gonna reinforce it. And Baeridin's not there. I don't know why.
Yeah.
He's totally eating whatever donut pastries he can get his hands on.
Oh yeah, there's mostly like some bread rolls and things on the table right now, but there's also this meat pie, and Crispy's gone ahead and cut into it and served you all a slice of this really savory, lovely
Thank you, Crispy.
meat pie.
He's totally eating meat pie.
Yeah.
That sounds.
And Crispy's kind of looking at you hard, Immeral. He's just like, God,
Yeah.
you don't look like it. Oh man, fuck you. You don't look a day older than when you left. How is that?
Yeah, well, I don't know what to tell you. Life's been a hoot.
How are you
He's in
doing?
a bad mood because he got like all messed up from something.
I
last night. He
put
was
my
all-
hand over his mouth quicker this time.
I'm not gonna have you roll for it, but as you put your hand over his mouth, this fork pierces you in the back of your hand,
Mm.
and you get some gravy dripping down your arm wrappings.
Yeah, I keep my hand there. I'm like, no. Turn to him. Shush. Yeah, not with the shushing. Remove my hand.
Brandon feeds his fork full of meat pie to Hobbs.
Hobbs just happily munching away at it.
So, yes, Crispy, I know. I don't look older.
Well, how are you doing? How's it been coming back?
Let's see. What's the word I'm looking for? Soul-wrenching. That's the word.
How so?
Well, I just got the letters that my mother left from the orphanage.
You never got them before.
I didn't know they were a thing.
And he stands up and walks over and gives you a hug.
I look awkward.
Do you hug him back or do you
Roll for awkwardness now.
Roll for awkward. What is
At
that?
the side.
I don't know.
It's a wisdom saving throw.
It's not a charisma thing with like a negative
Do you think
20
it's
modifier.
Yeah.
Yeah, just charisma.
What?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm real awkward. I rolled a
That's
7
real.
total.
Yeah, yeah, super awkward.
After a moment, I'm like, okay, hug him.
You like the arms at the side, and then you do the like.
Hey,
very good-
as
I was
Crispy,
just
after a
for-
minute, kind of backs off and
Okay, being
rubs your
hugged.
hair and sits back down to eat his lunch. So you gonna share what they said, or
Well, the short version is I was given up for a reason, and it's not safe to let people know my name.
What's your name?
Takeshi.
Did you come back into the room?
Okay. Do you actually do that?
Yeah.
I take. I have a ceramic mug. I take it.
Mhm.
There's
For the
a drinking
coffee or
vessel.
for the
Yeah.
thing.
Wherever Gragnold is standing, as quickly as I can, I hurl the drinking vessel towards him, missing by this much.
Oh, I want to catch it and then drink.
all right,
Oh.
go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw, Gragnold.
So do I have to roll the hit?
Yeah, roll the hit.
I think the vast majority of combat in this game happens as Immeral is trying to
Yeah,
stop it, and Gragnold and Baeridin.
this is an improvised weapon. You are not proficient.
Yeah, but I do get my snatch arrows thing.
You're not snatching an arrow. You're throwing.
Snatching my rage.
It's what you roll plus your dexterity modifier.
Strong justification there to the
Well,
GM.
Can I
Can't
get an
fault
extra?
you for that one
Can I get a bonus on mine because I'm snatching the thing that
because you're so good at controlling your rage.
Yeah.
Given my dexterity modifier is what it is, I just rolled an 18 to smash it.
Okay.
Face.
What'd you get? 4.
So you whiff it, and then you try to go for the mouth anyway. Like,
I'll say that you go to catch it and doesn't quite catch, but Tamara behind you kind of, and it spills all over her, but she kind of catches it before it breaks.
I
I don't know. We could try that again.
Baeridin's gonna throw his drink at her.
I got a 9 on that one.
Were you passing it to him, basically?
oh my god.
You said you wanted to try it again.
Tamara catches this second one too. She's like, boys, I've raised my 6 kids already. I'm good. Can we just drink with the stuff that... I can get out the pewter mugs if I have to.
Yes, ma'am.
It's probably smart.
Yeah, it's probably not a bad idea.
Immeral looks down and a little ashamed. Yes, ma'am.
You see Crispy kind of chuckling. It's like, well, that's ominous that your name's... It's dangerous to go by your name. That's odd. Is it, like, dangerous here, or...
What's that?
Is your name dangerous here, or is it just...
No. I won't get in. I'm not going to get too into it, but it's a lot to take in, okay?
Well, it is. It's, just remember, none of us were in Oakleaf for happy reasons.
Yeah. This meat pie is really good.
Tamara's the best cook around. Why do you think I married her? I had to survive on my own cooking. God.
Yeah, you did great with the pastries.
Well, I had help. And...
Don't play down your own talents.
And the pastries are Tamara's invention.
Huh.
All the cooking side came from her. You remember when we had to work the kitchens? I wasn't allowed to touch anything. I'd ruin every stew I put ingredients into.
Yeah.
Cutting and measuring.
Didn't you apprentice with the Baker's Guild?
No. It's a shopkeeper.
Oh, okay.
No, the general goods store. I started that, and Tamara had a bakery across the way. Eventually, I convinced her, and he kind of looks over. He's like, "It's very suave." Then convinced her that it'd be better if we went on it together. And
you were probably trying to get with just basically you ran out of vegetable shortening, didn't you? And you needed to borrow hers for repair.
Something like that. And you see Tamara kind of just shaking her head and smiling as she clears some plates and brings some more food out.
Oh. So it looks like we're going to be in town for a couple more days, Crispy.
Excellent. Well, you all have to come for dinner tonight. The kids
That sounds great.
The kids don't join us for lunch because they're minding the shop and the bakery, but we always try to have dinner together a couple times a week. And tonight's one of those nights, and Tamara pipes in and it's like, the more the merrier. We'd love to have you. It's nice to have some more Dwarven faces around.
Oh, yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Lots of faces. Dwarven faces.
You know, Crispy, you turned out okay.
It was hard, but...
Yeah, Crispy, why do you think you turned out so great when he's such a messed up guy?
Eat your food.
Well, we all have our different strengths, but I always made sure to take care of my family. Here, I want to show you. And he kind of gets up, and you see him like stoop a little, and his back kind of cracks a bit, and he moves over, and he pulls aside one of the paintings on the wall, and you guys see a small safe behind it. And he takes out a key and opens it up. Immeral, you can see it's not the most secure safe in the world, probably pretty easy.
Nonchalantly, I just can't help but looking at this.
Yeah. But when he opens it, what's inside is rather surprising. You see like a little caddy for potions, and he pulls out, and he's got actually at this point he's got 4 different health potions, and he comes over and sets them on the table, and he's like, some of the first things I ever bought. And Tamara kind of comes over and puts her hands on his shoulders. She's like, I think you need to explain the story, love. Right. Sorry, I got ahead of myself. You mentioned your letter. I got mine, too. So both of my parents were at Oakleaf. That's where they met. After their apprenticeship was when they got married and had me. A couple years after I was born, there was a pretty bad illness that swept through the town. And they both got sick. Somehow I didn't, but they both did. And it came to a point where they had a choice. They had just about 50 gold saved up, and they could buy one healing potion that the wizard said might or might not cure the illness, since that's not necessarily what healing potions do, or pay for me to go into Oakleaf, and they could get some of the money back if they got better, or just place me, that I'd be alright. So they decided to place me in the orphanage, and they both passed away not long after.
Good Lord, Crispy.
Well, made sure that I was never going to have to make that choice. So the first bit of gold I saved up, I bought mine, and Tamara is sitting towards the end of the table, and she kind of laughs, and she's like, I got that as an engagement present.
Oh, Crispy, you are a strange person.
She chuckles, and she's like, once he explained it, I knew how endearing it was, and every time I got pregnant, he's saved as much as possible until every child had their own health potion when they were born.
That's nice.
It's a nice sentiment.
Crispy kind of he's like, now, you all, are you all taken care of? Life's too short. You need to make sure that you have your own. Do you have potions?
I open up my tunic a little bit, my vest, to show him some small clinking potions.
Good man.
I have this potion, and I don't even know what it does.
Oh.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, I wonder what it does.
Yeah, drink it and find out.
Maybe I should. No. It seems like such a waste to use it now.
Yeah, no, use it while we're in the middle of a fight.
What a good idea!
Oh, my.
Immeral's full of good ideas.
So you guys fight things. Like, what is it that you're doing nowadays?
What is it that... well...
He's joined a clan.
I have a different family now.
Not just any clan.
The Moonfang clan?
That's the one.
Mm.
Maybe you should talk about it, though.
Well...
Your new clan, that is.
My new clan? I don't know what to say about it other than these two they adopted me into their clan. I don't know much about the clan except it involves these two. They're the last of them.
Huh. That's good. And, Emerald, your passive perception 16, right?
Yup.
Baeridin and Gragnold, are either of you above a 15?
I also have 16.
You also have 16. Oh, so, Baeridin and Immeral, you both would notice Tamara had picked up the health potions and was putting them back into the safe. And at Moonfang Clan, she kind of stops and looks over her shoulder quickly and then continues putting the things away.
Tamara?
Hmm?
What was that?
What was that, dear?
Huh. Crispy, can you excuse me for just one moment? Tamara,
yeah,
it looks like you need a little help in the back.
Okay.
Let me help carry something for you.
Sure, get the dirty dishes.
Okay, I go grab the dirty dishes and carry them into the back with Tamara.
Okay. Yeah, she'll
as soon as we're out of earshot, Tamara, what was that?
What was what?
The wince. As soon as you heard the Moonfang clan, the last of them, you winced.
It's not my place to tell.
Well, whose place would it be then?
You'll find out at dinner.
I don't like surprises.
I think... look. My son-in-law mentioned something about a Moonfang clan. Is all.
Is all. That he mentioned that they were a noble clan that was once large and proud, but doesn't exist anymore.
I hadn't heard that. I heard it was a clan of dwarves living up in the mountains.
Well, that is potentially true, I suppose. What else?
He didn't like speaking about where he came from.
Huh. Which son-in-law is this?
Cole. He's helping run things downstairs with our daughter.
Okay, Cole, huh? Okay. Well, I may go say hi to Cole for no related reason. Thank you for the information, Tamara, and also for the hangover cure.
Of course. Of course.
It's
Come on.
disgusting. Can you add something like sugar to make it taste better?
Oh, no, sugar makes it just unviable. It doesn't work very well. You could try like a small dollop of honey, but it honestly, like the honey kind of makes it worse because then it sticks.
Huh. Well, all right. I'm going to go continue talking with Chris.
All right.
Already out of character for Immeral to be helping with dishes.
Yeah, Crispy would be sitting like, so,
Yeah.
Is Immeral always that grumpy?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Frankly, he's usually a little grumpier.
That's surprising.
This is a pretty good day for him.
I mean, he was a moody kid, but not more prankstery and happy.
Oh, God, I can't imagine that. Well, prankstery, I guess I could get. That seems about right.
Well, anyway, and then the afternoon passes with Crispy and Tamara telling just lots of different stories of their life in Windhold, raising the kids, kind of the chaos of the household. You guys your gazes are directed to various patched up holes and the stories that go along with them. At some point, Tamara points up to, there's one beam in particular that has a lot of holes in it. It's just like, that was my youngest too, doing target practice with some of my better knives.
Were they aiming in the beam?
See the knot in the middle there?
Oh,
That they managed to not hit ever?
Yeah.
They did not hit the knot.
Yeah, yes. Well, the shaming they got after that got any idea of adventuring out of their heads.
Oh, that's a shame. The adventuring is the fun part.
Can be.
Yeah, but you need to be able to hit things, is my understanding, and they can't hit the broadside of a barn, it appears.
That's
why
pretty
I don't
true.
throw things.
Well, can I give it a shot?
And she kind of nods at you, like, just kind of looking. So you're getting it. Whatever you get stuck up there, though, you're getting down.
Okay. What do I have in terms of things I can throw?
You probably have some darts, I imagine.
I do not.
You do not?
I do not have darts.
A pewter mug.
Up here.
You probably have a dagger?
No, I do not. I should get some darts or something, but
I have a dagger. You can use my dagger.
okay. So the bard side of a brain. Allie Kitsy.
Yeah.
So I use the dagger. I pull the dagger out and just throw it at the knot.
All right.
I got a 10.
A 10 total?
Yes.
And by that I mean a 19. Well, don't worry about the first one.
So you go ahead and to flip it up, and it's closer, but so the knot would be like here, and you kind of hit it over here. Actually, like right into one of the previous indentations from another knife that had been thrown up there in the past.
Oh. Can I roll
Are you
that
sure
one
you
down?
should be adventuring?
I'm hungover.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Get it down.
A bunch of stuff, to be fair.
I'm too old to be getting that down.
So, how high is it?
It's about a 10-foot ceiling. It's not all that high, but she's a dwarf, so.
Well, I'm a little offended at the "are you sure you should be adventuring" thing. So what I try and do is actually climb up onto whatever is necessary to get about 4 or 5 feet up, and then I try and backflip off as I grab and land.
All right. Well, the only thing that they've got in the room that you'd have to stack a couple of chairs on top of each other.
Is there any way I can parkour this thing, just like Jackie Chan from like wall to wall? And
I'll say, go ahead and make make an acrobatics check, but disadvantage because of your hangover that you keep mentioning.
Can I give him a boost?
ah!
That's
wasted. So, at disadvantage, I rolled a 27.
Alrighty. Yeah, so easy enough, you're able to up, grabbing it and coming down.
Backflip.
Oh, with the backflip.
With a twist to land.
All
3
right.
point superhero landing, holding up the dagger.
That's why he's an adventurer.
Bring it down! You're holding it too high.
Right. Please don't put any more holes in my walls.
Yes, ma'am.
As the evening starts to wear on, you guys hear the sounds from outside kind of lessening, and eventually a young woman comes up. She's got the same coloring, or similar coloring to Crispy, but more of the look of Tamara about her. She comes in. She's carrying a little baby with her. And just like, phew, this is a busy day. Da, Ma, hi. Oh, we have company. Hello. You're all
Hello.
the ones that came up with the shipment. I don't know that we got properly introduced. I'm Anna.
Anne, are you Crispy's daughter?
Yes.
I'm a very old friend of his, Immeral.
Lovely to meet you. And you too?
I'm Baeridin.
I'm Gragnold.
They're special.
It's good to meet you.
We're good friends of Immeral.
Well, lovely to meet you. Cole's coming up in just a moment. He's getting Bernie. Or sorry, no, he's getting Chris. He's getting Chris. But,
What's a Chris?
Chris is... Or no, wait, I had this right. This is Chris, sorry. I'm looking at the family tree and I read it wrong.
We're confusing some of your family members for each other.
Well, when you got 12 kids in a family, it's bound to happen.
Look, it's been a day, and this one did not want to sleep last night. I'm exhausted, and Tamara kind of comes over and she picks up the baby and is walking around with him. So he's just getting Bernie. He'll be up in a minute, and you hear the cacophony of sounds that can only accompany a 4-year-old excitedly running up some stairs. And you see this little kid, and Emerald, it takes you aback for a moment. This looks like a young Crispy running into the room. Younger than when you met him, but looks exactly like his grandfather did as a kid.
Wow.
And he comes around and he, Grandma!
Wow.
And pretty much instantly climbs up towards the table and, like, grabs one of the donuts. And you hear Anna, like, no, Bernie, wait, after dinner, oh, God. Ma, I told you. And she's like, oh, I forgot to put the sweets away.
I actually, Immeral runs to catch Bernie and actually picks him up.
Okay.
To pick him up and carry him back over to Tamara, and he really does look like his grandfather.
Tamara would smile and, yes, he's a wee one. He's a good one. And he's got a donut kind of half in his hand, like already scarfed down half of it, and just kind of this big sticky smile. And
these two may not have noticed this, but Immeral is genuinely smiling.
Well, and they might not have noticed because of the next person who walked into the room kind of chasing Bernie is a Dwarven man that you two met the night before, Cole. Former member of Moonfang clan.
That. But Immeral is legitimately smiling, carrying Bernie around and kind of bouncing him.
And we did meet Cole last night, right?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, you met Cole and Aggie were the two in the town.
Hi, Cole.
Oh, hi. He kind of was like half running in, chasing his son, then saw you two and was like,
Yeah, what a coincidence. We're actually good friends of Immeral.
oh, so small.
Still bouncing Bernie.
Small world. Bernie at this point, like, is kind of poking at your ear.
Emerald's going with it.
Yeah, it's a little sticky. Like, you get just like a little bit of the sugar on his fingers. but he's just still kind of munching on this donut and poking at your ear and playing around with you. And he's you also look over and you see Crispy is just smiling broadly from ear to ear, seeing you finally light up and be happy. And, are you guys staying for dinner?
Yeah, of course.
Good.
More cooking? Come on, Gragnold.
I suppose we are.
Anna kind of looks over. It's like, Cole, you know them. It's like, and these guys are part of my old clan. And she kind of lights up. She's like, well, then you're part of the family too. And she runs over and actually gives you two a big hug.
Anna just likes hugs.
And she looks at Gragnold and at this point she's holding the baby again. And she's just like, oh, you need to cheer up. And she kind of thrusts the baby into your arms.
now you're holding a baby too.
I wonder, does Gragnold hold a baby like a grenade?
Yeah. How would Gragnold hold a baby?
I bet he's actually got a secret knack for it. Like, he really hung out with the pups a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bet he's got a little, like, as much as Gragnold's having a really hard time with the Moonfang clan, like, there is a beauty in this, like, childlike experience. I think he's like, okay.
And as you start holding him, like, he kind of reaches out and kind of tugs on your beard a little bit and is just kind of playing with it. And Cole comes over. He's like, Chris loves to pull on beards. Sorry.
It's all right. We all do.
I don't.
I do. I also pull on Gragnold's beard.
And as you guys are standing there, one other person wanders in. It's a young woman. She's appears to be in her late teens to early 20s. Little taller than a dwarf, but not quite as tall as a human. And she's in trousers and kind of working clothes. And it's like, sorry, they kept me late today. Oh, we have company. And you see Crispy, like, that's Tammy, that's our youngest. Tammy, it's my old friend Immeral, the one I told you was coming into town, and his clansfolk, Baeridin and Gragnold. Lovely to meet you.
It's great to meet you, too.
Good to meet you, Tammy. I'm still bouncing Bernie.
Yeah. And Bernie's really liking it. And at this point, he's finished his donut, and he's kind of like,
Donut? I try to swipe the donut without seeing and make it pop out of it, magic trick it out of his ear.
I'll do sleight of hand.
Okay.
This is a 4-year-old. It's a super low DC.
I was legitimately, absent-mindedly about to roll the lucky D20.
Oh, really?
I was legitimately about to roll that. Lawful good, IRL. I was not going to do it. The weight threw me off.
That's a jig. Do that again.
Okay. That's still good. How about a 22?
22. His eyes pop out wide as this donut just suddenly appears out of nowhere from his...
And I actually try and make another one pop out from my hand. It's like the cup and ball trick, and I give him the choice of one of two.
Okay. Do another sleight of hand.
Only a 13 this time.
Again, was it a natural one?
No.
Okay.
It was a 2.
It's a 2, all right. He's still a 4-year-old. And so the second one...
Yes! Pick one.
And he grabs one and just takes a big bite out of it here. And I'm like,
Bernie's my friend.
But eventually you guys are all kind of rearranged around the table. And the table that's in their house is incredibly large. More bench-style seats. And you can see Crispy's seat is at one end. And it's a very comfortable, nice chair. It looks like, from the way he was kind of sitting and talking, that's where he spends most of his days still, is kind of sitting at this table. And it definitely feels like the heart of this house, and as soon as there's all these people in there chatting, and the volume goes up considerably. But you guys have a lovely meal. Gragnold, you specifically would notice Cole's very nervous around you. He's picked up on your kind of coldness and doesn't really know what to do. Anna's a bit oblivious to it, though, and keeps trying to chat you guys up and be like, so, did you guys know Cole? Up in the mountains there? He won't talk much about it. I'm trying to get him to open up more about it, but...
This is very good meat pie.
Did I know Cole? I can't remember if I...
You would have known him for... Well, he would have known you for your whole time with the clan, but you probably would only have a couple years of memory of him before he left. Gragnold, he would have been somebody you would have maybe interacted with a couple of times, but you definitely weren't, like, close to. If you want to do a history check, we can see how much you would actually remember.
10.
10? You could place him. You do remember that you talked to him a few times, but nothing particular was really standing out.
He was another one of these pups that got rescued. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm remembering a little bit. Okay.
And Nicole's story too was that. Did you guys ask his story? Wait, I came up with it, but I can't remember if I conveyed it last time.
He was the one who was in the same one as Gragnold.
Oh, right? That's right. He was in the same one as Gragnold. Yeah. So you would have known him a little bit better, but you guys never really interacted all that much. There's just different interests. You kind of saw him. I think Gragnold would have perceived him as a bit of a weakling. And it was one of those when he didn't make it back from the year, you were kind of like, all right, yeah.
Is this like a weird Klingon code of conduct here? Like if you didn't perish by your own hand and you were captured by the Romulans, you're you're dishonored for 3 generations?
Yeah, I think that's how it goes.
It seems like that's what's happening.
All right.
Yeah, I think you nailed it on the head.
All right.
That's pretty good.
I totally didn't steal that from 1 episode or 2 episodes of Deep Space Nine.
Oh.
No, that was the Next Generation, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Next Generation.
That was Next Gen, yeah.
Yeah, it was Worf explaining things.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gragnold is trying to change the topic of conversation.
All right. Anna is actually very easy to steer to other conversations. You guys can see, she does have really dark circles under her eyes, and you guys know this from the age of this baby. This is the hard age where they're not sleeping and up and active, and when they get up, they just want to be entertained, and if they don't care. They don't care what hour it is.
Yep. Yeah, I feel that from a personal perspective.
Yeah. Sleep training.
I think Baeridin's just happy to be chatting with people, so he's totally psyched to be having conversations about whatever.
Yeah, and Baeridin, he's playing. He's really enjoying the attention from Immeral, and he kind of will poke over at Hobbs, Kitty.
Basically, yeah.
Kitty.
And Baeridin will come over and play with Hobbs and Bernie at the same time, and show Bernie some of the tricks that Hobbs can do.
Go ahead and make an animal handling check with advantage, because Hobbs is in a really good mood from getting so many sweets and things.
He's gonna sleep hard tonight. Animal handling. So that is a 24.
24. Yeah, Hobbs does all of his tricks without any flaws at all, like right on demand. It's almost like you don't even have to give him the commands to do it. He's just seeming to love all the attention, and Cole, or Bertie's getting really excited.
Here, you try. Hobbs, do a backflip.
And he does a backflip, and Bertie's just
Baeridin gives a bunch of treats to Bernie to give to Hobbs.
I let Bernie down to go play.
Yeah. And eventually, like, Tammy kind of makes her way around the table, introducing herself to everybody. And it's just like, sorry, and you... How'd you know my dad?
We were at the orphanage together.
Oh, good on you. You're just back in town visiting, then?
Something like that, yes.
Well, it's, good to see Dad have some of his friends visit. He's done a lot for the orphanage.
Yeah, so that's what I hear. I just wanted to, it's been 60 years, catch up.
That's a long time.
Yes, it has been. That's why we want to catch up.
Well, he looks, she kind of stage whispers over to you. He looks happier than he has in a while, so.
And it's beautiful.
Eventually the dinner comes to a close. The kids start getting kind of cranky, and Tammy says she's got to get back to... You guys learned she's on her apprenticeship, but a couple nights a week she's able to come and have dinner with her family because she's doing an apprenticeship locally.
Okay.
And then they, with pockets full of pastries for the morning, you guys are find yourselves back outside. It's nighttime, but not late by any stretch. Like, there's still people out. The taverns are busy. Shops and things are closed at this point. But
before we leave, I give Crispy a big hug.
Oh, he would totally, give you a big hug back and just say, it's good to see you. How long are you in town for again?
I think at least 2 more days.
All right. Better stop by at least one more time.
And I make sure to give Tamara a good kiss on the cheek and tell her that you have a good family.
She smiles. Thank you. Thank you for visiting with him. That did wonders for him. Please do come back.
Yes, ma'am.
No throwing my good mugs.
Yes, ma'am.
And she'll give Gragnold and Baeridin big hugs, too. All right. If you guys need any more pastries, you know where to come.
Yes, ma'am.
Baeridin's eating a pastry right now.
You guys, at this point, like, I imagine Baeridin is at that uncomfortable point of fullness.
Before we go,
mm-hmm.
I want to make sure to go tour the kitchen, swipe a ladle,
okay,
and then hand it back to Tamara and Crispy, just so they need to be able to see it.
Okay.
Crispy especially needs to see me handing back the ladle.
All right.
To know that you
didn't
I swiped actually it. Steal anything.
No, it's a meaningful thing.
No.
She kind of looks up at you, and then taps you on the shoulder.
He'll know what it means.
And he's just chuckling and kind of old habits.
So we bounce out.
All right.
Moonflame Clan, roll out! Roll out!
Would you guys just head back to the inn, or is there anything you'd be wanting to do for the night?
What's going on in the town? Immeral's feeling in an uncharacteristically good mood.
I've never seen Immeral like that, and Gragnold is feeling like an uncharacteristically awkward, somber mood. Like
Immeral wants to go out on the town.
Personalities.
Well, let's see. So, looking around, the different taverns do seem to be, some of them have bards playing. You can hear some of the music spilling out into the streets. looking up at the Wizard's Tower, you could see some interesting flashes of arcane energy of some kind happening up there. Let's see, it's spring, the district, so the different guilds are pretty quiet at this time, but yeah, there's definitely a few of the taverns, to include the Howling Wolf, that are all bustling with music playing as well.
Okay. Well, which sounds the liveliest?
Make a perception check. Oops. Pay no attention to that fireball.
24.
24.
I like these new dice.
Yeah.
Brought to me by Level Up Dice, and I paid for them.
Not sponsoring this.
Pretty pink dice. That cannot be made anymore. I've got to pull up the...
You know, incidentally, take this as content manager. Dr. Chelsea Hughes bought both the pink and the blue ones for that reason, because they were discontinuing those.
Yeah. Oh, these are so pretty.
They are pretty.
Yeah. No, they actually, the one that is the most lively seems to be Shimmering Lake, which you do know to be the most upscale brothel.
Let's avoid that one. There's a history there. Let's avoid that.
Yep.
There's a history.
Don't ask.
I kind of want to go visit this. This brothel.
It's not pleasant. Let's go to the other one that isn't the brothel.
Would you guys be deliberately trying to avoid the Howling Wolf, or if the Howling Wolf was the next most lively one, would you go there?
You know what? Let's go back to the Howling Wolf, and I want to see if my buddy Rick is there. I want to fight. I want to spar with him under better circumstances.
All right. So, you guys head back into the Howling Wolf Inn, and it is definitely a lively night. Let me go back here.
Gragnold is explaining to Baeridin what a brothel is.
I'm changing up the music, which is brought to you by Sirenscape. Also not a sponsor. But I can only stream their stuff if I actually say that it's from Sirenscape. So the sound effects you're hearing are from Sirenscape. If I can find the friendly tavern.
That's sort of a sponsorship.
Oh, they got good stuff.
They do. It's just so money. And, like, I did make a clinical role campaign, but it didn't seem to limit the... Oh, there's a friendly tavern. There we go. Drinking time. We will use that.
Yay!
Alright, so as you guys head into the tavern, it is definitely hopping. There's a small bard band playing in the corner. You get someone on a guitar, you get someone drumming, someone else is singing. Doing a pretty good job, actually. This is a mix of, there's a Dragonborn singing, also doing some instrumental music. There's a human playing on the drums and a tiefling playing the other guitar behind them. Trio seems to be performing pretty well, actually.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Thank you, Howling Wolf. We are musicians from hell. So as we go in, do I spot Rick?
Yeah, he's pretty easy to see. He's sitting with some of the other guards. You know, there's a couple of the Dragonborn, a couple dwarves, one human. They're all sitting, enjoying a good drink.
Well, I go up to him. I tap him on the shoulder, and once again, Immeral is smiling.
So you seem in a better mood tonight.
Well, I want to apologize for last night, but I would like a fair fight under better terms.
All right, sure.
Let's do this.
So, are we doing? Do you want to do weapons?
Winner buys the loser an ale.
Easy enough. I could use another ale.
Oh, cocky, are you?
Nah, just experience.
Have some better dice in your hands.
No, let's hope it goes better this time. That was shameful. That was so shameful. I'm getting out the purple die.
All right. I'll use my pink die, which typically when I DM, they roll low, so we'll see what happens.
All right, so step into the sand pit.
Yep.
Immeral makes sure to actually make a little bit of a performance out of this, and as he takes off his tunic to show all the dragon tattoos down his arm, make sure to just like bend over and stretch. Not in any way, shape, or form like Bruce Lee in Enter the Dragon.
Nice.
It is absolutely not Bruce Lee in Enter the Dragon.
More level up dice for my household that I might use for this. I think these ones are. It's black.
Was that Ram's Horn?
No, this is was it Black Walnut? I believe.
Got it.
So yeah, no, I think these are the fighting dice.
Okay,
Sure.
great.
Bar brawl dice.
These are the bar brawl dice. All right, so let's go ahead and roll some initiative.
Okay. Jesus.
I think while this is going on, I think Baeridin's going to go find Aggie
Okay.
to chat with her while the fight's happening.
All right. What'd you get for your initiative?
Well, I got a 2 followed by a 1.
So you're still stretching while Nick just comes and punches you.
He comes in and punches me, and what am I doing? I'm dancing around.
Yeah, you're dancing. You're kind of so as you're doing this, like Nick just kind of walks in, cracks his neck a couple times, and then just goes ahead to punch at you.
Oh, he got it better than a 21.
Oh, you got 20. I thought you said you rolled a 2. Okay, no, he did not get better than 21. Okay, yeah.
About 1.
Oh.
All right, no.
I thought you meant you rolled twice.
No, I got it.
Yeah, that's what I. All right, go ahead. So he's kind of cracking his neck and
you ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay, so I start running towards him, and first thing, spinning hook kick to the jaw.
All right, go ahead. Roll your attack.
Well, that was rather pathetic. That was anticlimactic. That was a 12 to hit.
That unfortunately misses.
Well, and as I drop to the ground, I continue spinning and go for the ankle.
Okay, go for it.
That was a 22.
That one will hit.
And
at first it just looks like a rehash of the exact same fight.
Yeah, no, we're doing this again. We're going to make it happen this time.
Play for play.
And that is 11 damage on that one. Ankle damage.
All right.
Sweep the leg. Sweep the leg.
Classic ankle.
All right, I'm going to have him make a saving throw to see if he can. Yeah, he's able to maintain. I'm
going to spend a key point. We're going to do flurry of blows.
All right, go for it. 2 more attacks.
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty thing. And as I jump up, I don't actually say, sure you can, but it basically just rise up, uppercut directly to his jaw.
All right.
And let's just, before I roll damage, let's see. And as I drop, holy crap, 24 to just do a side kick to the sternum.
Okay. So it's 20, what was the first roll?
22.
Okay, yeah, those both hit.
So let's see, that's 6 more damage plus 6 more damage.
Okay. So
and by the way, those 6 damages were because I rolled 1s both times.
All right, so coming in, you go to punch at him. He ducks out of the way. You sweep at his legs, managing to connect, but he maintains his balance, and you come up and just whoop, 2 quick hits.
Uppercut and then side kick.
And you see like a little bit of blood coming out of the side of his mouth, and he kind of nods.
He's kind of back up, bouncing. Definitely not like Bruce Lee.
He nods respectfully, and he goes ahead and he goes to attack you. That's going to be 21.
Ouch.
And let me get the
Agile trajectory with a dragon punch.
What's that? Dragon punch! Oh my god! I didn't even think about that! Dragon punch!
All right, and that's 5 points of damage.
How much damage?
5.
5 damage, okay.
Second one, ooh, that's a miss with a 1. So first one connects solidly. He goes to do a nice uppercut as well, but you're just able to move your head right out of the way. You don't even feel a fist breeze by. You're able to see that one coming from a mile away. And the last one is 23.
Yeah, that hits.
Stay in the dice tray. That's going to be 8 points of damage.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Nick's bringing his A game, is he?
Yeah. And
Okay.
he kind of smiles like, "You're doing much better tonight. I like this."
Well, let's see what else we can do. Ooh. No, we're not. No spells. No spells. No, no spells. Okay. So after that, I step out of the way and I do a roundhouse shin kick into his leg in an attempt to give him Charlie horse, like a massive Charlie horse.
Okay, go ahead and roll attack.
Oh God, that was a terrible idea because he's probably armored. I got a 10.
Yeah, that you go to kick. You do make contact with his leg, but it is solid. And it's
Okay,
still-
that was solid. And so, in order to do that, I decide forget that, and I attempt to kick him as I'm looking at him. Use my flexibility to do a heel kick to the jaw and flip over. Well, that's a 17 to hit.
That just hits.
Oh my God, he's almost as hard to hit as I am. Okay, so that's 7 more damage.
7 more damage. All right, he's looking pretty bloody. Like he's taking some good hits. He's kind of nodding at you.
And I'm doing flurry of blows again.
All right, go for it. You got the key.
That is a 27 to hit.
That will hit.
And let me roll the second one. That is another 27 to hit.
Okay, those both hit.
So I bring the leg back down, axe kick.
Okay.
And then with the second one, while he's bent over, I bring an elbow down onto him.
Nice.
So that is for 10, and so 17 more damage.
Nice.
And then I back away, once again, bouncing. Definitely not Bruce Lee.
Yeah, he's nodding at you respectfully as he goes to make his first hit with a 21.
Oh, God.
Oops, stay in there. So that's another 8 points of damage.
Oh, good God. This is...
Yeah.
Next punch.
Good.
This is interesting. I think I'm getting the same rolls as last time, so I got a 1 again for his second hit. And then his third one, it's going to be a 25.
All right.
With 5 points of damage.
He's a
So he
brawl.
just... Like, it's his offhand doesn't seem to be able to connect, but every time he's going back for his primary, he's able
Okay, well, as...
Can
Those
Gragnold
haymakers, just like
Yeah.
use the totem to give him advantage without him knowing?
Yeah, you'd have to get close. Like, you'd have to be standing on his side, but you also have to go into a rage for your totem, right?
Ooh! Get him, Immeral!
All right. All right, Gragnold, since you have to take damage or do an attack, how are you maintaining your rage?
I mean, I only have to do it for one round, right? Just gotta give him advantage.
All right.
Somebody hit me in the face!
you just punch yourself.
You give yourself 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you go into a rage.
I would give myself 6 points. Too strong. Yep.
You gotta
Gragnold
punch
doesn't
yourself to
punch
get it.
anybody in any kind of half fashion, including.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to sneak it in there and give him advantage with my totem.
With your aura? All right. So roll with advantage, Immeral.
Okay.
Do it!
Oh my goodness. I don't know what's going on, by the way. I do not know I've been blessed or whatever.
Yeah.
So after he does that haymaker into me,
Uh,
I roll with it, and again, jump up, double spin, heel kick into the jaw.
All righty.
See if I can do better than that, because that was pretty good. Huh. Yeah, so that's a 23 on that hit.
23 definitely hits.
Do you want me just to roll all the attacks at
Yeah, roll
once?
all 4
Okay,
attacks.
So
yeah.
I double spin kick, heel kick into the jaw,
Okay.
drop down again. I actually flying headbutt.
Okay.
And that's 24 to hit.
24 hits.
So the flying headbutt happens. We'll call it the .0025 meter punch into the sternum.
Okay.
Oh, let's hope I do better than that. Oh, Jesus, that's only a 14 that time.
That one misses, so you go to
The
punch.
.0025 meter punch does not work, and for my final attack, yeah, already hit. Yeah, so that's a 23. So this is a spinning back fist into the jaw. So 3 hits for 8 damage, 11 damage, and 9. So 8. So that's 28 damage.
All right, hold on a moment. I have to do something.
He has got to be knocked out by now.
Yeah, you come in and you spin, you kick him. He's starting to look a little dazed. And
Flying
then
headbutt.
as you're flying headbutt him, you start to see his eyes roll back, and that's why your sternum punch misses, because he's starting to fall, and you connect just as he's falling down unconscious.
Okay, Sonova and Ali Kitsy. At one point, 15 years ago, I could do some of this. I could never do a double spinning back heel kick, but I could do some of this. I was actually quite fond of spinning back fists.
I like the like rubbiness.
Yeah.
Of like, there was a time.
There was a time when I was doing this weekly.
Yeah.
Back when I was younger.
And I'm 15 years out of practice.
Also, this room's not that big.
Yeah, so as he falls down to the ground, someone kind of...
See all of our lighting equipment like come collapsing down.
You see one of the other guards kind of coming forward and walking down and placing a hand on him, and his eyes open up, and he smiles and says, "That was a good fight. You did much better. I'll buy you a drink. Come on."
No. The deal was, winner, I buy you a drink.
Ah, well, I like that even better. Let's go get that drink. All right, so, Baeridin, you were looking for Aggie?
I was looking for Aggie.
Yeah, she's easy enough to find. She's kind of running around behind the bar, overseeing things. She's not actually, she's getting some drinks, but more just kind of managing the flow of everything.
So I wanted to kind of I'll grab a drink too, but I'll grab her ear to talk a little about like the upcoming event with all the Moonfang people.
Hi, Baeridin. What can I do for you?
Hey, listen, we've got I know everybody's coming into town or whatever, and there's going to be all these Moonfang, I guess clan members coming in.
Yeah.
I'm a little afraid Gragnold's not too into it. I mean, you remember the old clan traditions and stuff. It really wasn't very friendly to people who got rejected from the trials.
I'll be honest with you. I was gonna ask you how Gragnold is. It seemed like he was a bit cold.
Yeah, I mean, Gragnold put a lot into where we were after we left. It was basically everything he could do to hold on to us as the remaining members of the clan.
Oh.
I don't know. I think he's having a hard time with the idea that there are clan members that are left over. In that case, why did he leave? Or why didn't he fight everybody who came in and wiped everyone out? He didn't mean to be gone for it.
No, I can only speak for myself, and I think Cole as well. Both of us almost died. I wouldn't have made it another night if those foragers hadn't found me. I was extraordinarily sick and feverish, and when I came to realize what happened, I felt too ashamed to try to go back. I wanted to for a while, but I considered myself dead. That I really had died on that mountain and didn't survive my year. I know, Cole, well, it's his story, but I don't think he'll mind me telling you. He was trying to fell a tree for some more campfire, and did it the wrong way. Got his leg trapped under, shattered it.
Oh.
There was no way he could have gotten himself out. His yells brought about some of the similar people who found me, and they got him out of there.
I mean, I know that the clan had some strict rules about a lot of this, but I don't know. It seems great that you figured out a way to have another life.
Yeah, it is nice. It's been interesting finding that when others who were taken back, a lot of them felt sort of like Cole and I did, that lots of shame. But over the last few years, we've found a way to find peace with it and make our lives work. And we try to get together and still celebrate things and celebrate our lives and the fact that we can hold on to our traditions in this new place and brew good ales and show them what life and being part of something is really about. That's why I made the inn the way it is.
I mean, I think Gragnold doesn't... I think he wants to hold on to the old traditions. But, it's tough with not a lot of clan members left.
I can see that.
All things considered, you can't be an old tradition Moonfang clan member and live in a city like this. You gotta give some things up.
Yeah, you do. I know it's not for everyone. A bunch of the other old clan members don't want to live here. I've always wanted to make a home, though. Some place to call my own. And so I worked really hard and worked my arse off and was able to buy up this place and make it up.
Well, it's a nice place. And Baeridin will take his mug and take a big sip. Listen, just recognize that it's a tough transition for Gragnold, too. If he's off-putting, give him some time to warm up.
I can see that. I'll say that probably the others won't... They'll be a bit like myself and Cole were, very nervous about talking to you and he, being the fact that you're actual clan members. We see we've been calling ourselves the Ghost Clan.
Yeah.
As we're dead wolves.
Well, that actually sounds pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Well, between everybody here, Gragnold's the only one who ever made it through his year.
Wow. You didn't make it through your year.
Nah, the attacks happened while I was in the middle of it.
Wow.
I guess I'll never get to know whether or not I would have made it through.
I think you would have made it, Baeridin. You're stronger than anybody ever would have thought.
Baeridin blushes a whole bunch. The big sip of his beer again.
Did you get a pint?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got bugs that are actually our sized.
What? Giant-sized bugs?
Pint size, not pint size.
Oh. Baeridin's gonna look for bugs in the...
You are not disappointed. You actually see there's a few bugs.
True Moonfang clan style.
Oh,
it's better with the bugs.
We Baeridin, look after Gragnold, though. I think he needs something. People who've lost things need things to hold on to. I needed to hold on to a clan of some kind, so I made this place. Others needed other things to hold on to. Cole really wanted a family, so he found that.
I wonder what Gragnold's holding on to.
You should ask him.
Baeridin looks over, and this is the point at which Gragnold is
punching himself.
Do it now!
Maybe I'll wait till later.
Yeah, well, they might need to fight some more. Nick's good for that. He's a great sport.
Yeah, I should buy that guy a drink.
Nick goes down right there.
Yeah, that's where Nick goes down. Good. James has got him. He's looks out for his friend. Look, if Gragnold wants to fight Nick tonight, that's fine, but don't let him fight anymore after that. Sometimes he gets a bit punchy and wants to fight more, and he shouldn't. It's
Gragnold or Nick? Never mind.
Nick.
I can apply.
Well, maybe both. And at this point, you see Immeral and Nick kind of stumbling their way up to the bar to get drinks.
I'm going to cast Healing Spirit on these two.
All right.
How much would it cost to buy a round for the entire bar, the entire tavern?
That is a good question. Let's see. Pull up my DM screen. Also, not a sponsor. Copper, so...
Just make a list of people who aren't sponsors of the stream.
Yeah. Actually, probably a gold would buy easily enough buy more than a round for everybody.
Okay, you know what? I dropped down two gold pieces, and I just say, next 2 rounds are on me, everybody.
And you see Aggie her eyes get big. Baeridin, good talking with you. I gotta run and help with this.
That's going to make things busy.
And yeah, she starts running around. She fills up a couple of big flagons and starts running around, refilling everybody's mug. And as you're standing there, you feel this. You start drinking. Were you being subtle about casting the spell, or were you going to let them know you were casting the healing on them?
No, I'm going to give them both like a look over, and they both have like a bunch of bruises and
Yeah,
and, like, bloody lips and stuff. And Baeridin's just going to laugh and then cast Healing Spirit. I think he's going to make it look like a green transparent Hobbs that's just going to fly in and out.
Yeah. So as you guys are sitting there starting to sip on your ales, this greenish specter starts flying around you guys, looking like Hobbs, and
I'm about to mess with Rick.
yeah.
Oh man, Rick, do you see that? You got hit real hard.
Yeah, I did. What the hell? Oh, I'm feeling better though.
What are you seeing, man?
It's like a little greenish flying furry thing. It's weird.
Oh,
Flying
that Rick, that just happens when you've had too much fighting for one night. I've seen that too.
All right. Is it drinking then?
Drinking.
Yes.
Drinking will fix that, I'm sure.
What would Gragnold be doing at this point?
Gragnold is standing by himself in the fighting pit, kind of like looking around at
Was he
everyone.
like waiting for someone to come?
He's just standing there, like looking at the. I'm imagining the fighting pit is like sawdust and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's probably like spit from their fight and sweat from their fight, and he's kind of like looking at the ground and in silence. Everybody else is this cacophony happening around the room, and Gragnold's head, there's like a little bit of silence as he's looking down at the fighting pit, and he has his hand on his I guess up back here, his hand on his the handle or the hilt of his sword.
Of Dawn?
Not Dawn, the other one. His classic blade.
His classic blade, okay. As you're standing there, you see someone kind of come up next to you. Are you looking to fight?
Not tonight.
All right, well.
Looking for something needs killing.
Well, if you want to come over to the guard station maybe tomorrow, we might have some jobs if you're freelancing.
I might. Thank you.
You're welcome. And you feel this like punch on your arm. It's pretty good.
Wow.
Super like.
Yeah, Gragnold's not. Gragnold is having this moment in the fighting pit, sort of connecting with. He's got this sort of like introspective thing going on right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask him his name. Yeah, that's unlike Gragnold in the first place.
Yeah. So would Baeridin and Immeral notice this, or are they kind of just in their cups in their celebratory mood?
You know what? I'm cutting loose and enjoying I start leading everybody in let's see, what kind of drinking songs does Immeral know? Immeral at this point is up on the bar and is now leading drinking songs, also using elemental attunement and apparently now druidcraft to punctuate the songs.
All right.
Various effects.
The bard band is playing along with you and like definitely like loving all the the cheers and the free drinks going around.
Begin. And what do you do with a drunken fighter? What do you do with a drunken fighter? What do you do with a drunken fighter? Early in the morning. Put him in the bed with the paladin's daughter. Put him in the bed with the paladin's daughter.
Yeah, everybody's singing along. Go ahead and just make a general persuasion check, but with advantage because everybody's drinking and in good moods.
Oh, persuasion check?
Performance.
Okay. Persuasion or performance?
Persuasion.
Oh, okay. I
Just
already
trying to
get
get-
advantage on that.
Oh, that's true because of your vested BS.
Got Dr. B's vested BS.
Yeah.
15.
15. Pretty easy to get everybody going along with you and singing along and pretty happy. And would Gragnold just kind of be still standing in the pit?
Gragnold's gonna Irish exit and go and leave the bar.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
You mean you hug everybody before you go?
no, no, he's gonna walk out and look at the stars.
Oh.
All right. As you're out there, you just look, Gragnold, and you see Aggie standing there. If it's not too much of a burden, I'd love it if you would brew us up some of your ale.
You remember my ale?
I remember that you were being an apprentice around the time I left, I think.
All right. Well, I just happen to have some. I'm brewing.
I'd be happy to buy it off of you.
All right. I'm not much for gold, so we'll call it good.
Hey. I hope this goes without saying, but you and Baeridin and your new clan member there, you always got a home here if you need it.
I have no home.
No, you do. It's here. If you'll take it.
All right.
I'll let you think on that. And anyway, thank you. And she would leave you to your musings.
Sure.
As you're standing out there, and you can start to see the moon coming into view from where you are.
What's the phase of the moon right now?
That is a good question. It is.
I don't know if you have a chart for this. That's pretty...
You actually have a chart for this?
I have a druid circle of the moon in my party. I need to know when the full moon is because there's special stuff that he can do during the full moon. So actually, it just turned from new moon, so it's still a crescent, but getting bigger.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you're 2 days past the new moon. Oh no, sorry. It's the day after it, so it's a very thin crescent.
Okay. Not much moon there.
Yeah.
All right. I'll that's a metaphor for my relationship with the Moon Fan Clan right now.
Yeah.
Aw.
There's only a thing.
It's a thin crescent. The Wolf Spirit doesn't talk to me.
Yeah.
Wolf Spirit just talks to Baeridin, so I'm just like...
Well, actually, and as you're staring up at the moon, you start to feel this presence with you. Not like it's almost like someone's there, but nobody is, and it feels like Ramek. And as you're staring at the moon, you're remembering going out with him before the year that you spent out in the woods, where he took you out to observe a pack of wolves. And you remember very distinctly watching these wolves and starting to learn the pecking order. And seeing the how there's the alphas, or the alpha that ran things, and then noticing the weaker wolves. And seeing the Omega is the lowest one in the group, right? Sorry, I'm trying to remember.
Unless it's the Bible, in which case it's the Alpha and the Omega.
Yeah, I can't remember what the name, but sorry. I'm going to go with that because I can't remember. I don't feel like looking it up on Google right now. So if I'm wrong, internet, get angry at me.
Make it true in this world. That's fine too.
You are the DM.
And so seeing this one wolf that was the smallest of the group, always having to eat last, anytime he tried to get food, getting bitten at and snarled at, treated just like crap always. The last to get to rest, the last to get to eat. And for months, you observed this group. And there was one particular night where you both were up watching, and a owl bear wandered into where the pack of wolves was and started fighting and actually ended up killing the Omega wolf. The other wolves were able to chase off the owl bear, but not before that one member of the clan of that pack fell. And the howling was heart-wrenching. And as you watched those wolves, one of the things that you noticed was anytime they came to the spot where that fight was, they would all pace around, and eventually the alpha would sit and start just, oh, but with this gut, not a we are here, this is our territory kind of howl, just this almost soul-crushing pain and grief. And the lesson being, you hear Ramek's voice, even the less have their place.
Is there like a glowing form of Radmek around here, or is it just his memory?
It's more of a memory at this point, like and as that lesson of it fades, you can still kind of hear in your ears that howling, and kind of the hairs on your arms are standing up from remembering hearing that.
I will howl at this thin, waxing crescent moon.
All right.
By myself, totally sober, under the night sky.
Yeah, but do we hear this totally sober under the night sky howling going on?
Make a perception check with disadvantage due to the sound of the bar and everything.
I got 1.
Man. Okay, well. Perception. I got a 14.
So, Immeral, as you're drinking, you just catch this howling sound out of the...
I actually, as I hear it out of the corner of my ear...
Yeah, you're just kind of...
My earballs!
Your earballs here just slightly.
I'm in. I've actually spent 2 more GP at this point. Everybody's drinking on Immeral tonight. Okay? I'm getting tanked on my tankard. And wait a minute! Everybody stop! Stop!
Everyone stops. They're all like...
I'm on the bar. You must listen to me, for I am on the bar. Everybody stop! And do we hear the howling?
Yeah, at this point, pretty clearly you would hear the howling.
Drop down, put my tankard down, and just in a... Everybody howl! And
Baeridin totally will join in because it's a howl.
Yeah, Aggie and no problem joining in, and see everyone else kind of like, there's this weird moment of like, oh, okay. And
not a bard, no, a dear monk. Drunk monk.
Drunk monk. Drunky monkey. And actually, what's Hobbs doing?
What's that?
What's Hobbs doing?
17.
Oh, let's find that out. But as I'm looking up that chart, so Gragnold, from outside, you're hearing. You actually hear very distinctly the voice of Immeral giving a full-bodied howl.
That will touch Gragnold deeply, and then he will sheathe the sword that he was ready to pull out and go kill something. He'll come in to all of the howling. He'll go over and grab Immeral and give him a hug. And then with all the feelings happening, he comes back and then punches him in the face. Throws a bar stool.
Oh, by the way, how many hit points did I heal?
The healing spirit.
This is about to become relevant.
Yeah. It's like a full minute, and it's like 1d6 a round or something like that. So
Yeah, it lasts for a minute, and it's basically like it just kind of keeps flying around you.
Oh my god! So basically, minimum of 12 hit points.
Yeah, minimum of 12.
Let's see, 2, 3, 5, 6. This is terrible. 7.
man, I should have.
11, 15, 17, 22, 25, 30. I'm back, baby.
All right. Yeah, Gragnold, your punch, like, your strength is 5, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And I'd say you're proficient with your fists, so your proficiency modifier at this point is 3.
Doesn't it still just it's still just a +1, so 6 damage.
Oh yeah, it would just be 6 damage. Well, no, because he's proficient with his fists.
That just means he can hit me easier. Unless you have unarmed strike, it's just your strength.
Okay.
It's bludgeoning.
The more you know.
I want to start a full bar fight. Though.
Ask a monk.
Punch him and throw a bar stool.
Wait, hold on. Immeral just looks at you, buddy. You want to fight? Immeral takes a swing back.
Okay, hold on. I have the soundtrack for this.
Immeral gets in 2 bar fights. Oh, I'm drunk enough. There may be some fists of unbroken air about to happen.
Oh no.
Right. Gragnold is totally sober and just loving every moment of this.
Nice. Yeah, so as that comes out, you hear... nope, that's a hound battle. That's not what I wanted. There is a bar fight. Quick. Can I find it? There are too many... Sirenscape, you have too many awesome soundtracks. That's...
Oh my god. Oh.
Tavern Brawl. Found it! There
Either
we
way, Immeral just like, yes, let's do this, buddy.
Yeah, so you see Aggie kind of... and she starts collecting some of the breakable stuff really quickly, running into the back as you guys start an all-out tavern brawl. So go ahead, narrate this one for me. Let me know how this goes.
Oh, I at this point, I think Gragnold is playing, but he really wants to fight, so we're gonna fight.
All right, so you two are gonna fight?
I decide to play kickball with the dwarf. And I just straight heel kick to the jaw.
All right.
And yeah, I'll do after that, assuming it hits. I'm gonna keep going forward, and I give a left hook, and then whoa uppercut.
Okay.
I want to say that no matter how much damage Gragnold takes, he's got this giant smile on his face.
All right, so what is your EC?
Yeah, definitely.
16. All right. Oh, that's a 26 for the first hit. That is a 14 for the second, but for the uppercut, that is another 14. That heel kick to your jaw does 6 damage. I am so drunk.
Only one of those hit?
Only one of them hits, but meanwhile, Immeral connects with the first swings. Woo!
How much damage was that, though?
6 damage. Woo! Full-on archer. Woo!
Yeah. You just feel great. Greg, you got this big smile on your face. You just took a good look to the face. Are you going to punch him back, or?
Kick to the face. Heel kick.
Heel kick to the face. Just...
I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go put one arm around Immeral and then look at the rest of the bar and then crack knuckles. And then like a back-to-back thing where we're taking on the whole bar.
Oh.
All right. Oh, nice.
Now I'll take my coin purse out and just toss it at the barkeep.
Yeah, Aggie catches it and kind of points at you, but... so, yeah, you guys, for the sake of brevity with this, I'll just kind of go that you go through the bar fight. taking a lot of hits. Gragnold, give me a couple of just attack rolls.
Unarmed strike attack rolls?
Yep.
18, 14, and 19.
Okay. Pretty much, especially since you're sober and everybody else is pretty darn drunk, it's easy for you just to connect. Boom, boom. People going by. At one point, you do connect. You do see Nick, and you give him a big punch, and he smiles like, "You do you."
Make so many friends at a dwarf bar doing this.
You see,
A
like,
dragonborn bar.
yeah, the gnomes and halflings have kind of made themselves scarce as soon as the fight.
How can you tell?
And then, but after about 5 minutes or so, eventually, like, the guards that are all there kind of break everyone apart. And you two especially, like, all right, guys, it's a good one. Let's sleep.
In the process, I try and swipe one of the guards' trudgeons.
Okay, go ahead and make a sleight of hand with disadvantage.
Uh-huh. Oh, God. Only a 16.
All right. He still doesn't seem to notice.
As I sit down, Ossifer. Ossifer!
Yes.
I wanted to give this back.
Thank you.
As he's doing that, I swipe something else off of it.
All right, go ahead and sleight a hand with a disadvantage.
Oh my God. 14!
This time he notices and is like, mm-mm.
Just patting his chest instead of taking his badge.
All right. You have rooms here?
We have what with the who?
Do you have rooms here?
Yeah, they have rooms.
Woo!
All right, guys, you're going to need to sleep it off.
I suppose I should have at least one beer before.
An ale for my brother Gragnold.
Did you find a mug of ale makes its way into your hands? It's got a
Big
very nice, earthy taste, flavor to it. And it feels good to have. You definitely have some bruises. Your jaw seems to be a little clinking a little bit. And you got an eye feeling like it's going to swell shut. But, like, you feel good about the fight. Like, yeah, it feels good. Like, that was a good feeling fight.
We all feel closer now.
Yeah. What would Baeridin have been doing during the fight since Gragnold and Immeral were back to back?
Totally watching the whole thing. He was hanging back with Aggie,
Yeah.
and sitting on the bar and drinking and watching those.
And Hops, by the way, was sitting and quietly grooming himself. Like, after all the food he ate, he was just too full to get into much mischief.
Tell me you got a bag of donut holes.
Yeah.
All the pastries that are
All
still in his pocket.
Oh.
He's pulling out. And if anybody tries to pick a fight with Baeridin, he turns into a bear and punches them into the face. And then sits back down on the bar again.
Yeah, so at one point, like, there's this big "Rawr," and all these people, you hear this as a bunch of people run out of the bar into the street going, "There's a bear!"
Oh, man. Oh, this
Alright.
was a cleansing fight.
Yeah. Eventually, you guys make your way up to your little room, or little, like, room suite. And it's comfortable. It's very comfortable in there. And a quick character check-in. How are each of your characters doing?
Baeridin's doing okay. He's thinking about having to take care of Immeral and Gragnold a lot more than he does usually in the past. But he's feeling more comfortable with it.
Okay.
Immeral's feeling great. Immeral's feeling great. I got to hang out with Crispy. Crispy. I got to meet all Crispy's friends, family mostly. And then I got in a bar fight. I got two bar fights. One with my new friend Rick. He's a good guy. And then with my brother Gragnold. And it was a good night all around. My hand is a little sore from all the punching and the martial arting. And then I had to kick Gragnold. But that was all in good fun. And we're happier for it. And then I stole the Oscar's the split stick, and I feel good.
I think Gragnold is still sort of running from his emotions.
Yeah.
There was a little spark of hope in there in the bar fight, and Gragnold remembers that Immeral is a member of the Moonfang clan as of recently, but that there's still and the fact that Immeral said brother Gragnold, there was like a moment where he looks over at Baeridin, realizing that we're brothers, even though Gragnold sort of knows we're not really brothers, and Immeral is now a brother, and there's like this sort of revelation or recognition, I should say, that that maybe there's a new Moonfang clan, and maybe Gragnold needs to transition a little bit, but still, like, as soon as some of those feelings come up, he finds something to distract himself.
All right.
Oh.
And, yeah. All right. So as you guys go to take your rests for the night, would there be anything else you would want to do before resting?
All the things. I want to do things. I want to go sing some more.
Bear's going to make sure to tuck Immeral in.
I'm going to sing so pretty. I'm going to start some singing again. I'm going to sing.
You did good singing, bud. You did all the singing. It was so much.
I'm going to sing the one back of the Queen.
Yeah.
Something Rhapsody.
You sing lots of rhapsodies by all the queens.
They've got music with rocks in it.
If you say so, buddy.
Music with rocks.
Baeridin, would you do any cure poison or anything on him?
Nah. It's part of the experience.
I'm gonna do all the things.
And in mid sentence of I'm gonna do all the, he just completely passes out. This is not a half elf.
No idea, my man.
Yeah, this is not this is not an elfin meditation. This is just actually passed out. And you feel pretty confident that he's not going to be able to go anywhere under his own power because he is out.
Yeah, I think I'll just let him. I think I'll just let him sleep it off. You will bring him a cup of water, though.
Yeah, there's some water by your bed. And several hours later, Immeral, you do wake up and you see that water, and you're kind of you get that, and you eventually are able to grab it and take a drink.
Oh God! No! I'm Sven. You are a bad man. Bad. Don't do that to your friends.
You take a sip and
Immeral wakes up with glyphs drawn on his face.
You hear this voice be like, "So you had a good night?"
Ow. Ow. Why is everything bright?
It's pre-dawn. It happens when the sun comes up.
Everything hurts. My eyelids are sandpaper. All the sounds are loud.
Well, you know the wizards sell cures for that.
Oh. I need meat pies. many meat pies. Let's go to Crispy's.
I can't go out. I've got to get back, but I just want to make sure you're okay.
Let's go. Let's go to Crispy's.
Look, I want to extend an invitation to you and your friends a little later if you want to come down and see how I do things.
Who are you?
You look at the corner and you see Daisy just kind of sitting, arms crossed, leaning back against the wall.
Oh, man. Hi.
Hi.
I don't know what you heard, but it may or may not be true. I can't confirm it.
You'd be hard-pressed to do much in a semi-public area in this city without me knowing exactly what happened.
What happened? I know my jaw hurts.
You like to fight.
Ah! How'd I do?
Your jaw hurts.
That could be even if I won. I mean, come on.
Look, sober up. Why don't you guys come down? Check out what I do. But are you okay? I heard you got your letter. Letters.
Well, that just makes this hangover the better. No, it's complicated. I will be. But right now, my biggest concern is this hangover.
Oh, there's a lot of people in town who sell different hangover cures. I'm sure you'll find something.
I'm going to go back to Crispy's wife. You should come with us. I
can't be seen out in public like that. Especially around Crispy. I don't want to bring a danger to him.
Fine. Well, okay. I'll send him your regards.
Look, if I send one of my runners over later, will you guys come down?
Clan vote.
This is in the middle of the night?
Yeah, this is before you guys are up.
And I actually turn over. I'm still like, I'm that groggy. Oh, this is pre-dawn. You guys sleep. I actually say that out loud, too. you guys, God. Oh.
I think Baeridin is, like, in a hammock, but, like, face down. With his arms hanging on either side of the hammock.
Hobbs is on his back. Little monkey drool on...
Yeah, I'll get them to come down.
Awesome. And you see her pull the hood of her cloak up, and it starts becoming very hard to focus on her. She swings the window open, and she says,
"That's probably the hangover."
That's definitely the hangover.
Just lock it behind me.
You're very shimmery right now.
And as soon as she gets up to the window and tells you to lock it behind her and starts climbing up, she completely vanishes from sight.
Okay, that's definitely the hangover. Go over, lock the door. What do I see a clock or anything?
There's no clock, but you can see the sun's just starting to get ready to come up.
Okay, well, I'm awake. Do I hear any commotion going on downstairs?
You hear a little bit of movement and things. Nothing that says, like, any trouble, but probably, like, some people up, starting to get the kitchen going, get breakfast, some teas and things.
I go down, one, to get some coffee or tea or whatever is going to help this hangover, but two, hearing that I was in a second fight. I go down to try and make some good gestures of cleaning up and making amends and helping out and being just generally a good person.
All right. Getting downstairs, you see it's actually cleaned up. And You get the hunch that maybe bar fights and things are sort of the norm. But you do
Raise down real easy.
yeah.
Think about a train in the middle of the floor.
Yeah, it's sort of like if someone's got prestidigitation and just kind of runs around. And as you're coming down, you see the other halfling guy who is behind the bar. He's like, you're up early. I think I'd see you till at least noon.
Oh. Well, I'm up now, and I would like to at least be useful and help out, because apparently I caused a second bar fight.
You did, but you also bought all the rounds for everybody last night, so... And your other friend there compensated for anything that got broken, so it's alright, it's all good.
Huh. Well, then what do you have in the way of coffee?
Big, humongous, Seattle-sized cup of coffee in front of you.
God's bless him.
It's the D&D mug size.
Yeah, D&D mug size. I've come to call that size Seattle size, because that's how an appropriate amount of caffeine for Seattle.
Yes. Oh, those are such great mugs.
Yeah, they are.
They're huge. I think that's like almost an imperial pint. I think there's 22 ounces in there.
I would believe it.
I'm going to measure that later.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that mug so much.
They are good mugs. And good water bottles.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the water bottle's been great. All right, well, I get the coffee, and I go back up to the room, drinking my coffee. Right. I sit down into a lotus position, and I start to meditate while drinking coffee.
All right, so you start...
There's going to be some weird visions.
Yeah, you start trying to meditate, and mostly you're drinking coffee. You're Gragnold and Baeridin, you start to come to consciousness in this lovely, delicious aroma.
Coffee! Hobbs, go get me coffee! The black stuff.
And, Immeral, as you're meditating, you notice Hobbs in front of you, kind of looking at you. And he makes a grab for your mug.
I make a grab for him.
Let's go ahead and roll. Adam, do you have...
No. Monkey, no steal coffee.
What am I rolling?
This will just be dexterity checks.
Well, that's a 24.
I don't think the flying monkey has that great of dexterity.
I think even if he rolled a natural 20, I don't.
Yeah, it'd only be a 22 and a natural 20. I mean, that's a 17. That's really good.
That's really good. But it's not. It's not a monk. It's not an elf monk. Good.
Yeah, no. He goes to swipe for.
I grab him by the scruff below his neck, hold him out, and just say no, and then let him go.
Baeridin, as you're laying in the hammock, like you feel Hobbs come back on your back, nudging at you, and go, "He said no."
I make a little bit of a show of sipping the coffee.
I imagine you hear like a crashing thump from the other side of the room as Baeridin rolls out of his hammock.
Yeah, just sort of the. There is no graceful way to make it
back out of the thing. I'm also imagining, for some reason, Baeridin wears like pajamas, but it's like a big night robe with like a nightcap. With like a poofy ball on it.
You wear a full nightgown?
Yeah, but it's too big for him, so it just drags under his feet.
It's like a little kid wearing their parents' pajamas.
Yeah, like I'm picturing that he like got this from somebody like on a wagon a long time ago, and he's just wearing it for sleep times when he's in the city. He just thinks this is what people do when they're in the city. And so he's going to come and go, "Where's the coffee?"
That's all you get.
No, I'll just go downstairs.
I love how most of you guys, most of the attacks here have been happening.
Yeah. Let me look through all my...
Oh god, I'm DMing the Three Stooges!
How much are we gonna do this to each other?
Mo is their leader.
Alright, you guys, you head downstairs and you're given a nice sized cup of coffee. Would you bring one up for Gragnold too, or?
Yeah, if I can carry both. I'll carry one up for Gragnold too.
Yeah, easy enough. You're able to carry him up and come on in.
Gragnold, coffee!
Okay.
Gragnold, you feel great.
Yeah, I'm doing fine. I just like to sleep.
Yeah, you just slept. So you had one pint, and you're a dwarf, so you have resistance to poison. So.
Doing fine.
Yeah.
You guys.
I'm just tired. He woke me up too early with his coffee.
I down the coffee. Let's go to Crispy's.
Crispy!
I hand over mouth. Quickly again with a shush.
Baeridin threw his coffee in the air, by the way.
Hot spray of coffee. Give me a couple of dexterity saving throws.
18.
19.
19.
Alright, you guys are all able to nimbly get out of the way of the hot coffee as it splashes everywhere with Baeridin screaming to Crispies.
So, let's head to Crispy's.
Alright, so in the early morning, you guys come over to Crispies. When you knock on the door, Tamara answers this time. She's a little surprised to see you. She says, "Oh, you guys are here. Oh? Again?
Again!
But it was a good night.
Come here.
In the morning, they look pretty similar to
It was happy. It was happy drinking this time.
We'll take happy drinking, I guess, but hold on. Gragnold, come on. Help me make it. So you can make sure that you're learning.
All right.
And she actually talks you through making it this time. So do a check with your brewer's supplies just to see how well you're able to get through the recipe, and with advantage because she is coaching you through it.
Oh gosh, that is 21.
21. Yeah, there's one point when you're reaching for the wrong amount of one of the things, but one of the herbs, she corrects you really quickly, and you're able to get it together and brew this. Now, this is the one thing though she will leave up to you, and I'll let you decide how much of the bad tasting herb that's not necessary do you put into it.
The not necessary herb?
Yeah, the one that just makes it taste terrible.
I think I'm not going to put any of it in there.
What? You're like...
What?
All right. She sees that. She's like,
Oh, this time.
all right.
That enough.
All right.
Gragnold's generous. This is...
All right, so Emerald, this mug of steaming tea is put in front of you.
Oh, and I'm prepared for the worst.
Yep.
I remember it. I'm like, oh. Okay. Remember your training.
This will take all of your training.
All of your training to drink this.
There's a flashback to Immeral, like in the middle of his training, like pre-dragon tattoos. And,
here's the
and he's
thing.
like over a mug, and he's like,
There's a tower at the monastery. There's a tower for each style of monks, including Drunken Master.
Yep.
I imagine that
literally.
tower isn't quite as well built as the other.
No, it actually, it kind of wobbles, and it looks like
tower.
it's amazing that it's still standing.
Yeah.
But truly, remember your training. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I down it.
All right. So this time, as you down it, you still get that coated feeling in your mouth, but it's not good. It does not taste good by any stretch, but it's not nearly as bitter as you were remembering yesterday.
Gragnold gives you a thumbs up.
Happy drinking makes it taste better.
That must be it.
Nah. The weird mouth feel though. What's in this?
That'd be the caterpillars.
One secret ingredient.
Just need some legs.
No, what I need is a meat pie.
And you guys, and actually in pretty quick order, some eggs and sausages and freshly baked little like bread rolls are brought. Not quite grapes, but
Our characters are having all this delicious breakfast food. I want some breakfast food.
I like that's on the way.
I know.
And you see Crispy sitting there. He's actually still like in a nightshirt. He hasn't quite gotten dressed for the day yet. He's drinking his tea.
Hi, Crispy.
Good morning. Looks like you all had fun last night.
That's what I'm told.
Well, I'm glad that you're enjoying yourself.
It's been a good trip.
That's good. It's good to see you again. I really hope... Do you think you guys might settle here? Stick around for a while?
No.
I don't know. Seems kind of weird to settle in your house.
Well, maybe not in my house, but around Winhold, there's always little odd jobs that need doing and things. It'd be nice to have an old friend back.
If there was a place where we were going to settle, this would be a nice one.
What they said.
You all always welcome to stay here if you need a place to stay or come share a meal.
Well, thank you, Crispy. And again, thank Tamara for the drink.
She pokes her head out. She's like, Gragnold made that one. I've taught it to him, so...
Huh. So Gragnold can make a hangover cure now?
Well, he's good.
Yeah.
Now it actually works.
Oh boy, we gotta show this to the monastery. give them the recipe. You'd be rich. Did you leave your coins at the inn?
I think I threw it at the marquee.
All of them?
Yep. I think it said 718 on the side of my bag.
Let's see how much it says now. Let's go back. Let's go back after we eat.
Yeah, after a nice, pleasant breakfast, you guys make your way back towards the inn. Aggie's now walking around, kind of resetting some things up, and she sees Gragnold, and she hands back the coin purse.
Does it still say 718 on the side of the back?
It says 717.
We only did 1 GP worth of damage. I'm a little
smiles
disappointed.
and is like, I did take a coin because you offered, and I know it's insulting not to accept a gift, but I'm also your clansmates, and come on, this bar fights happen all the time.
Not like that one.
That one will be one for ages, that's for sure.
What happened?
You got shite-faced.
I'm aware of that. I'm feeling the effects this morning. What happened?
I got everyone singing, and then you got everyone fighting. Bard started singing the drink it, fight song. About accurate of what happened. Not the first time, won't be the last, but it was definitely a memorable one.
Huh. I got in a bar fight.
Yay!
The first of many.
You did it!
Oh, I'm going to become a drunken monk.
That's going to diverge.
Noob
I
hat.
think you might already be there.
Here we are.
I'm a drunken monk. How stereotypical can we get?
As you're sitting there, this kid comes in. He's got this sort of blonde, curlyish hair. He looks a little slightly out of place, and he's like, "Are you're Immeral?"
Yes, and you are.
Jack is told to guide you along today.
We got a guide!
Oh, by the way, we need to go do a thing.
Does it require a guide?
Yes.
Oh! Guide us to the thing!
Let's go, Jack.
All right.
Doing a thing.
He leads you guys down out through the city, more into across the bridge, past the merchant district, past the temples, avoiding the barracks area, and eventually down more into a darkened alley, and opens up a service hatch down towards the sewers.
Oh,
This is a weird tour.
Sewers again.
Yeah, it's that sort of thing. Just keep your voices down.
This is a weird tour.
The sewers.
You
I
guys,
wasn't in a good mood.
I can understand why.
you guys start to make your way down the sewers.
Lower the
Talk-
volume of
talk
your
down
voice.
like this.
And it's a winding path through, and eventually you're led into again into that larger like audience chamber that you guys first chased the thief into.
Mm-hmm.
And you see a hooded figure again sitting in the sort of throne-like looking chair, but it's a lot busier in here today. There's a lot more people around. As you guys all enter, you see the hooded figure kind of lean back and seemingly whisper something to somebody. And this purple tiefling, kind of a little extravagant looking, comes over and smiles. It's like, been told by our liege lord here that if you all would just mind hanging out over here, they will have a private audience with you a little later, but wanted you to observe some of the goings-on here. So, discretion as always. Might suggest covering your faces or disguising yourself if you have that ability.
I'm not even wearing a shirt.
Gragnold. I like to imagine that he had a shirt on and he like came in and he suddenly doesn't have a shirt on.
Disguise yourself. Rip off the shirt. They can't recognize me now.
Gragnold, what happened to your shirt?
Got dirty. We're in the sewer.
Oh. Well, do I see any cloaks around?
And he has a couple of he's reaches out and has 3 cloaks for you guys if you so wish.
Okay, so I hand each of them a cloak. Put this on, and please don't talk loudly at all. In fact, if you have to talk very quietly. And we are going to sit here and listen and observe what goes on until they need us.
So we're supposed to just hang out and not talk.
And not talk.
Okay.
And if you talk, you have to talk very quietly.
Quietly, though.
Very quietly.
Okay.
Like quieter than you're doing now.
Oh. Okay.
There you go. There you go.
We're just going to hang out and just
So what do we see in the audience? Is there any
So
sort of table?
There's no table, so this is just sort of like a large open room. And the only thing is this, it's not a dais exactly. It's just sort of like some bricks have been placed, and then there's a chair placed on top of it. There are like small, there's torches set into the walls, so there is lighting in here. It's actually fairly bright, and you see a lot of people kind of milling about, and you see this hooded figure who you're assuming is Daisy, but you can't see the face at all. It's completely obscured by the hood. Dude's gesture, and someone comes forward and it's like, right, well, the wagon loads have been pretty darn good. If we can make a swing on some of the wagons, oh, hey, I don't want music right now. Stop with that.
There's a guy hanging out in the corner
Yeah.
Oh, is it? No, I know this. This is the moon music from Final Fantasy
Yeah.
IV.
Yes, the I gotta think of the family name. The Belmers. They didn't pay their taxes to us last season, and I think there's a raid due for them. And you see the hooded figure kind of turn to the side, and someone leans in and whispers something. And then you just hear this voice like, "Off city lands, well away." And the guy nods and kind of takes a step back. Someone else comes forward and is like, "So, Lord Romulus is throwing another party this week. It's been a little odd. Okay. Oh, apparently my mic is cutting out very badly.
It's fine for
mostly
us.
fine for us, yeah.
Well, we're gonna wrap up here in a couple of minutes, but sorry. So, he's explaining that I just totally lost this stream of my narrative. I'm sorry, guys.
Lord Buntington's party.
Romulus party.
There you go.
Yeah.
I thought it was just my... Okay, I apologize for the mic cutting out. I'll try to just hang out really close to it. That might be the problem. Lord Romulus is throwing another party, and you hear this voice saying, "Let's see why he keeps doing this." And Slate, and you see this dark-skinned person coming forward, and it's like, "Do you think you can infiltrate?" And as they come forward, you see their skin start to change and become paler and white, and their irises, they actually get a little shorter, and their hair becomes like this frizzy white, and their features just kind of flatten. As you see before you, something that you guys have all heard of before but never seen is a changeling.
What the hell is that?
I hand out quickly.
Baeridin has already started to try to talk like several times now, and then finally shapeshifted his way into being a chameleon. Literally like this little chameleon. That way he can't keep talking.
He can't keep talking, so every time he's just, this tongue comes out.
Which way is he looking?
So many ways. Many.
All the directions. And he kind of nods, and you see the form shift again, and this sort of portly-looking man who looks like he's probably well-to-do. "Well, I certainly can get an audience, an invite to a party." And there's a nod. And then another person is like, "Our guest outside's been cooling their heels for about an hour now." "All right," says the hooded figure on the throne. "Well, let's go ahead and make a show of this, shall we?" And, excuse me, sorry. I'm all paranoid now that the sound's not going out. Is it? So I'm gonna hold on. Let me check with our crew here. Is it still being problematic with me that close to the mic, or is it working?
We'll be good for a little bit.
Okay.
It's random when it's cut now.
Should I switch to my audio?
Tech issues.
It's fine now. Ali Kitsy confirms it.
It's fine now. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I think as long as I'm like on top of the mic, that might be the issue. I don't like being next to microphones. I find it annoying. So
It's a good microphone.
it's a good microphone, but it doesn't. I've had this problem with this one before.
Blame it on me. It's fine.
So,
Hey,
Blame it on me.
Well, with like plosives, you get a windscreen like this one.
well, no, it's just more. I like to be back and
Yeah.
you just turn up the game.
yeah. All right.
Lord Romulus is having a party. That's I'm a bitch.
So the figure in the chair nods and is going, All right, let's make a show of this then. And you see several of the torches get doused immediately. And lots of the people start kind of walking around. There were a few people who had hoods down, were kind of looking relaxed, and like the tension in the air kind of goes up. You see a couple people sit down, start sharpening knives surreptitiously. There's what looks like card games and dice games getting started in different corners. And you see like crossbow, just different crossbows coming out and being more visible around.
I try and slink up to the hooded figure that I think is Daisy.
Well, she's in her like throne chair, kind of in the middle on her own.
Okay. So I try and approach.
As you do, there's a hand up and one of the kid who brought you down is like, "Oh, I wouldn't do that. Just watch."
Okay.
And the main door is open, and you see out Immeral, and you can see the backs of all the heads that Daisy showed you before.
Mm-hmm.
As this person in the livery of the city comes in, and they're kind of thrown down. They walk in, they're looking very wide-eyed, very freaked out, and just looking around, and you hear someone go, "Kneel before our king," and they kind of get big-eyed, and someone comes behind them and just shoves them down until they are kneeling, and you just see their hands are trembling, and they're looking around just completely freaked out. And he's like, "Please, I'm here at the behest of Lady Noelle Ardy. She's asking for the aid of the noblest of thieves' guilds in the helping of clearing our northernmost tunnel from the Hilltop district." And the hooded figure kind of, their head tips off to the side. "What on earth would give Lady Noelle Ardy the idea that we would have any interest in clearing out the tunnels of Hilltop? Please, it's the guards have not been able to sufficiently clear what's going on in there, and I was sent to ask for your help." Is the lady reconsidering her ban on letting those from Thatch use the escape tunnels when things go sour here? That wasn't part of the word. So let me get this straight. Those of us from Thatch are good enough to die clearing your tunnels, but not good enough to use them should the city be under siege, or have fire, or other things requiring us to leave quickly. And you see this guy just starting to shake. He's like, "Look, I'm just, they want, you have to understand, trying to evacuate that would have a logistical night." And suddenly there's this flash of movement from her hand, and there's just this dagger buried right next to the person's knee in the ground. I'm like, and they start shaking all the more, and it's smelly down in the sewers, but now you're also smelling fresh urine as you see this person pee themselves.
Pleasant.
And you see the hooded figure come forward, kneel down to pull out the dagger and hold it right up to the face of this messenger. "Let Lady Ardy know. Until she rescinds on the terms and allows the people of Thatch use of the tunnels should the need arise, she can expect no aid and much grief from us. Go." And as soon as that word is out, that person's up and out, scrambling back out. And the doors close, and the hooded figure kind of steps up and snaps their neck a couple times. It's like, right. And turns around. It's like, Johnson, what's going on with those tunnels? And this other guy comes over. He's like, the squabbling one was right. It's there's something going on with them. I don't quite know what. It's killed a bunch of the guards. We haven't been able to get in far enough. It's also cutting off one of our lines. Fuck. All right. I need to go into my small council. And she pointedly looks over at the corner at you three, and Jack's like, you all are supposed to go in the room there.
How was I supposed to know that?
That's why I'm here, to make sure you get where you're supposed to go.
Well, thank you, Jack.
Wow.
And you three, the tiefling and then one other human, all are brought into the room. And the door closes, and you see Daisy's hand go over the glyph. And then she takes her hood down and is like, hi, guys. Welcome. I thought you might enjoy seeing a little bit of how the city's actually run.
Thank you for the demonstration.
Didn't enjoy that.
He didn't enjoy that.
It's necessary. Lady Artie's being a pain in my ass, but all right. William, how serious is this thing going on in the tunnels? And he kind of looks, he's like, it is pretty bad. We can't get anything through. I don't know what's going on down there. All right. Will you be able to get a team in after it's clear to make the assholes up in Hilltop think that it's not? And he laughs. He's like, thought you'd never ask. So, you three up for finding out what the hell's going on in Hilltop?
Those posh SOBs, sure.
All right. Well, and
What are we doing?
she nods over to the tiefling, and she's like, he's been insistent that he's supposed to help with whatever it is I wanted you guys in on, so he'll come with us, but as far as we know, there's been something cutting off the escape tunnels. We don't know what, some sort of creature, I think, but I don't trust the reports. I want to go in myself. So, if you guys are down, from what I hear, you two at least, looking pointedly at Immeral and Gragnold, like to fight and been wanting to fight, so might as well give you something to fight.
You haven't used Dawn in a while.
Couldn't we just simply infiltrate the party that's going on?
Oh, the party's something separate. That's, Lord Romulus has been throwing a lot of parties recently. We're not quite sure if he's trying to do a grab for power or something else is going on there.
All right, well, I think we'd be happy to help, would we?
Sure.
All right. Well, we'll take off then. And we will actually wrap it up there since we are having some technical issues and it is just about time to wrap up. And combat stuff would take way too long. So
Yes.
so you guys get to kill things again.
Yeah, good stuff. That's what we do. Okay.
All right. Thank you guys, everyone who came on stream. We'll be back hopefully in 2 weeks.
With 2 weeks.
Does that work?
Thank you, everybody on stream.
Thank you. Boy, that's an active stream tonight.
It
Love
was.
it.
Thank you, chat. That's awesome having you guys so active.
Oh, Allie Kitsy. Oh.
All right, guys. Well, thank you, and we will catch you again soon. All right. Bye.
Thank you. Good night, dear.